Saunders. Welcome to the Founder BB Show, live out of Dallas, Texas. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm having a great day, and it just got better with you. I've got a couple of questions I'd like to ask you, especially about your blog, Rich and Regular. Love the title. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Rich and Regular is a creative project with my husband and I, and there we talk about money the way that real people do. We're trying to make personal finance more human and less boring by adding a life component to the way that we talk about money.
Is it easier to do that on a blog, do you think, than other traditional formats?
I think a blog gives you a lot of flexibility, but we also have a podcast and a YouTube channel, and that to me gives me the most flexibility and freedom because you're actually having a conversation and it's more two-way than a blog, which is, just me typing into a computer and somebody reading it.
Okay. Tell me about your family road trip. I think it's recent for you.
Yeah, we just came back from a week-long road trip. My husband and my son, who is 8, I grew up taking road trips. I'm from Texas, so we were in the car a lot. And I wanted him to have that experience, so we planned a week-long road trip where we went to 3 different timeshare resorts, again, across 3 different cities. And that's busier than the way that we normally travel, but it ended up being the most relaxing vacation we've had in a while because each of these resorts left their mark. We had highlights at each one.
Okay, so I understand you went from Route 66, which is iconic, to the Florida coast and the Everglades. That's a lot of traveling there.
Well, we mostly stayed in Florida. We actually started 25 minutes from our house. We live in Atlanta now, so we started downtown Atlanta at the Margaritaville Vacation Club. It's right across from the iconic Centennial Park, and so they have this rooftop pool that overlooks the city, and even though it's somewhere that I would normally pass on like a Tuesday, it felt like I was somewhere else, which was the perfect way to start a vacation with minimal stress. And then from there, we drove down to Florida, a little past Orlando, about an hour and a half outside of Orlando, stayed at Westgate River Ranch where we did some glamping. And we stayed in this covered wagon. My son got to ride horses and feed goats. We roasted marshmallows. It was a great way to reconnect with nature and as a family after spending all that time in the car. And then from there, we drove down to Marriott Vacation Club Ocean Point, which is in West Palm Beach. And that's an oceanfront property with all these different pools. So we were able to eat outside and, listen to the waves. And it was a great way to relax before getting back in the car and driving back to Atlanta.
Okay, I'm tired just listening at you. So I'm going to take this one from Facebook. My audience is on multiple platforms, and they want to say the host started off with the title of Rich and Regular. Are you rich, and do you have any money for the rest of us to save any money if we take all these trips?
I am rich in spirit. I am rich in relationships. It's one of those things that you get to decide for yourself. I do not have any money for you all, but I do have some money-saving tips for your next vacation. The first one is to plan accordingly. We actually used a road trip app called Road Trippers, which helped us design our route and decide where we wanted to stop for like restaurants and other, sightseeing, stretch our legs. And then the second thing that we did was utilize the amenities at each of the resorts. So we looked to stay at places that had full kitchens so we could, reheat leftovers or decide to cook if we didn't want to spend money eating out. Timeshare resorts typically have 2 and 3 bedroom units. So it's a great way to get space without spending money on multiple rooms. And then there are all kinds of activities on site, so you really don't have to leave, even if you have kids. Like I said, my son was riding horses. When we were at the pool, there was someone who would bring popsicles. There was a water park at one of the places we stayed. There was all kind of stuff that we didn't need to spend any additional money on by leaving.
You've just given us a lot of reasons to take a vacation. Finally, how did you find these accommodations?
So if you visit gotimesharing.com, it'll tell you everything that you need to find one of the 1,500 resorts in the U.S. I mean, they're everywhere that you want to go, all the popular destinations, and even places that are near your house if you're looking for a staycation and don't really want to go that far. So gotimesharing.com is a great resource if you want to learn more about timesharing or plan a custom road trip like the one that we took.
Kristen Saunders. This has been so much fun, just vicariously listening to your vacation. I'm worn out, but it makes me want to take my own vacation this summer. I want to move it up. Mine's in September. I want to move it up because of you. So thank you so much for stopping by the Valder Beebe Show, live out of Dallas, Texas.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.